Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Tejo your girl. Oh, sorry, it's Tejo the red tag. I'd like to really thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your support since I've started this channel. If you're new to this channel, please feel at home. Please subscribe, like, and comment down below. Like, everyone is welcome to do as they please, as long as the comments are positive and educative and helpful, yeah. So in essence, we are growing together. Okay, so yeah, man, I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate everything that you have done for me thus far. So today I'll be talking to you guys about my community service experience. Okay, I will start with the fact that it was my first choice, and I couldn't believe it because everyone else was struggling, like people were struggling to get into their first choices, but I think it was a blessing, man. I was blessed enough to have my first option, because I think when you choose your hospital, you should first check out the number of applicants, number of posts available for community service, and yeah. But if you apply early, then you're not gonna know how many people are gonna apply after you. I applied a little bit later because I was still undecided. And I realized that people usually go for hospitals with good accommodation, which is a win. Yeah, I think it's a win, and I tried to stay away from that because I wanted to make sure that I get my first choice. I get to have a choice in where I'm going for my community service. And if you don't know what community service is, it's actually a year contract for new health sciences graduates. Yeah, not all health sciences graduates go from community service. It depends on what you're doing, but I know nurses, radiographers, doctors, physiotherapists, speech therapists, yes, just to name a few. You get to, even pharmacists go for their community service, and it's a really nice experience, and it's kind of assuring that, okay, after this degree I'll have a job for 1 year. But the catch is, after that year you're gonna need to go job hunting, which is so draining. And I think for it to be less draining, you have to start while you're still in your community service. Start applying in June and indicate on your CV that you are a community service radiographer looking for a job for the following year. Yeah. And accommodation is top one priority for most people because they need that comfort. But for me, I just wanted to be close to home, so it really worked out well for me. I enjoyed my community service, but I had to adjust a lot. I really had to adjust a lot because I was from a small private practice, I trained at a small private practice, and then when I applied for my community service, I was intentional about going to a busy big hospital. And guys, when you go to those hospitals, expect any kind of trauma you can think of, because guys, ziyabuya, I'm a and the work, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I do not regret it. I'm actually proud of myself for having chosen that, for getting out of my comfort zone and having enjoyed it and having been challenged. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. And one thing about your community service, guys, please make sure that you spend your money, one. and you save your money too. Balance. Make sure that it balances out, guys. Like, you need that kind of balance in your community service, because it's easier to spend your money when you're in community service because you have less responsibilities. Rent is usually a bit lower than after your community service, depending on when you're gonna work, you know. Yeah, it's rent, it's getting pregnant, like being a parent in essence. Most people do their community service with no kids, you know, just their boyfriends, they're not married by then. So yeah, girls, spend your money. Why do I say you need to save? You need to save because you're not guaranteed if you're gonna get a job immediately after your community service. Yes, you're gonna start job hunting in June while you're still in your community service, but still you're not sure if you're going to get that job, you know. So you need to save for the following year after your community service, because you're going to be job hunting on your own. Hey, yeah. I started applying in September and I think it was a bit late. So yeah, I would advise you guys to start way earlier. June, I think June is reasonable. Yeah, I don't know what time posts come out usually, but I just know that September is a bit late, and it's usually those 1-2 posts, you know, here and there. And yeah, you need to start applying early, guys. Apply in both public and private. Uzobona mawufika khona ukuthi wenza kanjani. Yeah, do that. And what else am I leaving behind? Yeah, man, you must have fun in your community service. Go out with your friends, network, you know, and do not cut contact with people from your community service immediately, especially if you know that you really want to go back but you didn't get the chance because there were no posts available. I don't know if that makes sense, because then if you cut contact with people from that hospital and posts come out and you need a little bit of information about those posts, you know, not necessarily connection, but just basic information that you could have gotten easily if you had not cut contact. But then if it's for your peace of mind, girl, block all of them. If you're sure you don't want to go back, block. Do you, baby? Yeah. I know that usually with students from private, students who trained in private practices are mostly guaranteed a job after their community service. But nowadays it's not the case, because I think it's got to do with our economy and all those things, you know. I have to job hunt because I was like, yo, ma'am, what's up? Do you have any space available for me? And she was like, baby, I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you. So yeah, I don't want any of you to experience this. Hence, I'm sharing it with you now. Well, there's still time, you know. Update your CVs. Make sure you update your CVs and ensure that you are registered with HPCSA. And yeah, did I leave anything out? Maybe there'll be a part 2, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to just sit down and talk to you about this because I feel like it's really necessary. We really need to talk about these kind of things, because you might think that you know, but you actually don't. Hey, you actually don't. And one thing I'd emphasize a bit on is to save. Yeah, you must spend and save, guys, because if you don't get employment immediately after ComServe, at least you need to have 3 months rent without going to work, with no income, you know, from your savings. And then after your rent comes food. You need to eat, you need to travel while you're job hunting. But I pray that it never happens to any of you guys. I pray that it never happens. It's not a nice experience, but hey, it's life. and it's eye-opening. You get to go to interviews, you get to learn which questions come up, usually like those common questions. It's a nice experience. Like going on interviews and job hunting is, what can I say, it's some kind of self-development, unlike finishing your community service and then going back to the private or public you used to train at, and you don't do anything with your life. You work there for 30 years without studying or anything, you know. You're gonna have a boring life. You're gonna have a boring life, and I do not want that for you. Okay, I missed you guys. I hope you missed me too. I hope you really missed me too, because yeah, I enjoy talking to you guys, which in essence is talking to myself. But yeah, if you have any questions about community service, or maybe you're in your final year and you just want to know how the process of applying works, you can hit me up on my DM. I'm gonna leave my handle down below and the description box. But then yeah guys, please be safe out there. Enjoy your community service, like enjoy it. Whatever that hinders you from enjoying this experience, take it out of your way, because you're only going to do your community service once. That's if you're not gonna do another career in health sciences again, you know. Yeah, just cherish this moment, enjoy your money, save it. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.